Welcome to the Sherri Johnson Show, the podcast for real estate agents who are ready to stop chasing their next deal and start building a business that provides predictable and consistent monthly income to even double or even triple your income and sales production in less than a year. I'm Sherri Johnson, international real estate coach, speaker, consultant, and the creator of the exclusive Goldmine Pipeline strategy that's helped thousands of agents add over 6 figures to even 7 figures to their bottom line. If you're ready to generate more leads, crush your income goals, and finally play the long game, you're in the right place. Let's dig in. Hey there, it's Sherri Johnson at the Sherri Johnson Show, our podcast, my new podcast. Welcome, everyone. And I am so excited. I have Windy Goss, the real estate boss, on today's episode. And Windy is one of those people that is infectious. Her enthusiasm and passion are contagious. This is, if you thought the last few episodes were great, this one is going to take you right over. I'm so excited you're here, Windy. Thank you for joining us.
You are so welcome. I'm excited to be here.
You're like,
I love that we can connect like this all across the country.
we can, and we do it every day. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Windy, you have built an unbelievable success story. I have to comment on a couple of things. One, you have like the life today that you probably maybe never dreamed of or always dreamt of. I'm not sure. We'll get to that in a minute. But 20 years this year, you're out of Las Vegas, Nevada. You've built a career being an independent brokerage. You were at a 300 to 500 average sell price in Nevada. You are going to tell this story, but you are now, what I want to catch everyone's attention with is now you don't even have to sell houses anymore. You're building a brand, an international company. You grew your business though to an average $850,000 to $12 million average sell price. And so today's listener, when you're listening to Windy, please take some notes. Please put into action what she's going to share with you because it is absolute fire. It's easy, hard work. Yet, we just don't know what we don't know. And what you're going to find out today is that you can be a luxury agent. If you're sitting there right now thinking, I can't do that, this episode is going to change your life. This woman is going to change your life. So let's get right into it. Tell everybody, what you built for those 10 years. You made the change. You moved companies. Tell us a little bit about the pre-story before we get into your strategies that work so well. So tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah. So, like you said, I ran a brokerage of 10 years. Super proud of it. Right. I thought I did a great job. I was busy selling 50 plus homes a year though, so as a broker, it's pretty tough to support agents when you're that busy. So, and you also, your license is on the line for everything that they do. Right. So you want to make sure you're, bringing on good people and, it's not hard to be a good agent, but some people just aren't. And so I did suffer and pay a lot of money to keep people out of trouble, to keep me out of trouble. It wasn't even things I was doing. It was what they were doing. And I ended up in a room with Jesse Zagorski and he was having a free breakfast.
Yeah.
Started talking about how you could build a team over here at EXP and not be liable for anything. And I was like, okay, I might listen about that. Even though I was like, I'd never go to EXP. I get 100% of my money. Why would I give them my money? So anyway, I said no to
good point.
5 years. I said no. And anyway, and then he started talking.
I didn't know this.
I started talking about, or he started talking about how he pulled $150,000 out of his stock to do a flip. And I was like, dude, I don't even have $150,000 because as a broker, you're a broker than everybody else. So I started listening about that because I am an amazing spender. I'm a terrible saver. Like my retirement is sitting in the garage. I have Jeeps, I have Harleys, and they're very expensive hobbies. So so when he started talking about stock and how you can build that up, I was
Wow.
like, okay, this is interesting. And then he said, and you can get your whole cap back when you icon, right? And I'm already selling 50 plus homes a year. So I was like, oh, well, technically I'd be at 100%, right? And he's like, yeah. So anyway, with those three things alone is what made me come home. I told my husband, my sister, she's my business partner, and I was like, we're going to EXP. Like, we need to meet with our agents. And I moved my whole brokerage over here in 30 days. The
Wow.
How I explained it to them, though, I brought them in one at a time and I had it all on paper. Like, how would you like to have a lower split? How would you like to have a lower transaction fee or no transaction fee? How would you like to have a lower office fee? How would you like to have stock? And how would you like to have health benefits? And how would you like to, so I just kept naming all the things that EXP was going to provide. And they're
Wow.
like, well, yeah, let's do it. How are we going to do that? And I'm like, we're going to EXP. And so anyway, all of them were like, I love you, Wendy. I'm going to go wherever you go. And there was one that didn't want to come, but it's okay. It's not for everybody. So, but they
And how
thanked me for the upgrade, which was kind of sad.
oh.
I know.
So yeah, but you just said it, like, it took first of all, 5 years. I didn't know that part of the story. I also heard you say you could have all of the benefits of being a broker without any of the risk and liability and day-to-day operations. How many people were on your team when you came over?
Yeah. So I brought 9 over. It wasn't very
And
many.
then
A small team.
yeah,
Yeah, it was just, I had people I never even recruited to my own brokerage. They just
right.
came because they wanted to
Yeah.
join. So
And you're
yeah,
building an
9
EXP. Yeah, you're building it. That was local right there in your right where
Las
your
Vegas.
market. But then you now, you have an organization nationally.
We're at 105.
I
Gosh,
love it. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh, that's so great. So and it's funny because I heard you say it took 5 years, and as an independent for 20 years, I mean, you moved over 3 years ago, but for 17 years, just knowing how to do it, how to grind it out, the start over every year. I was selling over 50 houses a year as a solo agent. I know what that takes. A lot of people listening are probably like, "Wow, what the last 4 things you just said, like, all those pillars of income, healthcare, stock." I didn't know this whole story, so that's awesome, and I knew part of it. I knew you met Jesse, and I knew you moved in 30 days, so that's really cool, and that was 3 years ago, and you have 105 people now. And tell us sort of like you grew it so that you could be a leader, really. I mean, you got out of sales, you replaced yourself, your team is selling higher end homes now. I want to sort of pivot over to how you became a luxury agent. And I think there's a lot of scary, agents are always like, well, I have never done that before. I don't belong. I don't play golf and I don't play tennis and I don't play pickleball and I don't belong to a country club. Can I still sell the luxury high end? And I know, it's just people are scared of it. And I think you're such a disruptor of this false speak that everyone tells themselves that they can't do it because they're not in the right circles or the right spheres of influence. We hear that all the time. How did you break through it? And then how do you teach others to do it? Because it's such a great story.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was a very big deal for me because I am definitely the opposite of luxury. And yeah, I'm not a part of a country club. I don't take attorneys out to lunch to schmooze them, you know, and that's kind of what I was told when I first started luxury. That's how you get in. You got to go bump elbows and rub elbows with the members. And anyway, that's not what I want to do. I'd rather be on my Harley riding across the country with my husband. So anyway, but I believe with the right marketing materials, right? And the the best digital marketing skills that you could have, and the best coach you have will get you there. Like, you don't even have to do that other stuff. So we kind of skipped that part and just directly started sending luxury expired sellers this amazing book. It's a beautiful black book with your gold foil logo on it, and it, has an amazing presentation inside that like crushes it, so, and it's their picture of their home on all these platforms, plus it tells them that, you're going to run 80 plus ads to over 100 countries, right? And so just the book alone, 70% of our appointments came from that. And I've never worked
Wow.
expireds in 20 years. I know, Sherri, you have, but I've never did that because I never
Yeah.
wanted to be that agent calling and getting hung up on and getting yelled
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that I decided to branch into it now, but it does work. And the call that you're making, if you do find their phone number, right? It's an easy call. Hey, did you get my package that I FedExed to your front door? I'd love to have a conversation with you about how I can get you your price or maybe even more. So just doing that will work.
And
And then
so tell us, what was your first, because I know a little bit about your story, and I've seen, I follow you a lot, and I just absolutely adore you, and I love your energy. I love your confidence. How, when you got that first appointment, and what price was it? Was it 1,000,000? Was it 3,000,000? I don't remember. And then I know you listed a property, it was $12,000,000 and sold it. Tell us, like, what were some of those first deals like? And you showed up
so
and you nailed it. I mean, you crushed it,
funny
as you said.
story. I didn't. I bombed my first 5 luxury listing appointments.
Okay.
I bombed them, right? And I tell people what I did so that they don't bomb theirs. But, there's just some things I didn't know. I didn't know you needed amazing marketing materials to take to
Okay.
these homes, right? Because I'm in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. I just tell them what I'm going to do, and they let me do it. So it's definitely
Yeah.
different. You want all the things, right? So I did learn that. I also learned that, you need to know a little bit about staging. So I did a presentation, a listing appointment with a 10,000 square foot home owner. And he's like, so how much do you think it would cost to stage my home? And he already knew this because it was already staged from the previous realtor, right? And I was like, I don't know, like 5,000. He goes, try 25,000. So I didn't get that one. So but the next day, guess what? I'm sitting there having a coffee with a stager asking her everything
I
and
love it.
right? So
I love
so
it.
there's
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And thank you, Dad. More. It's my coffee delivery. Okay,
I love
anyway,
it. I love it.
and then I did learn that, I'm a Jeep girl, Harley girl, right? Like I said, the opposite of luxury. And my Jeep was like a mobile billboard. And apparently,
Yes.
luxury sellers like discretion. So they didn't want a mobile billboard pulling up to their house. And they came out and they're like, oh, holy hell, all the neighbors are going to be blowing up my phone. And I was like, ah. So, it took me some things to learn, before I landed the first one. But the first
Yep.
one I did
Yep.
land was 12 million. The very first one. I was in Cabo. I know, I was in
Uh-huh.
Cabo at EXP event, and he texted me all these pictures of his home, and I knew exactly what home it was, right? Because we already sent him a book. And he goes,
Okay.
hey, I got your package. I want to, meet with you about selling my home. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm in Cabo right now. How about I can come over next Wednesday morning at blah, blah, blah. He goes, okay, perfect. So when so when that Wednesday came around, I did the same thing. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to drive? What am I going to wear? Because like my first 5 appointments, I'm in high heels, praying people make me take off my shoes at the door because I can't walk in high heels. Like, I hate them. They hurt and I don't want to wear them. Anyway, so he texts me and he goes, don't bother wearing high heels. It just snowed because it's in Mount Charleston, which is right outside of Vegas. And I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. This is going to be amazing. I put on my sparkly wedding boots, right? They're my good luck boots with my jeans and a nice top. And I was in my Jeep. So it didn't even matter. Thank God. If I had a freaking, you know, Maserati, it wouldn't have even made it up there, So, so
True.
I get out of my Jeep. No. get out of my Jeep and he doesn't even look at me, buddy. He's just like, "Hi, Wendy," and he introduces himself. And I basically just say, "Oh my God, I love log cabins." Me and my sister grew up in one, and my dad made us peel the bark off of each log. Like we had slivers up and down our sides, and we got paid like 5 cents a log. Anyway, but now he brings me coffee, so so
Yes, yes.
so good. Anyway, and I said, "But all I can say is I'm glad it wasn't this big," and he started laughing and we just kind of built rapport and I was me, right? I started to be me instead of trying to pretend to be this, luxury realtor that I definitely am not. So anyway, he gave me a big tour. I took a lot of notes. There's so many things about luxury homes that I have no idea about, right? So you want to take as many notes as possible because they want you to feature everything, right? They want you to talk about everything. So anyway, so I did that and then we sat down to the talk about the contract. And we've been in the 2.5% range for commission here in Las Vegas for like 7 years, right? So I don't even fight about it anymore. I just put it on there. I don't care, like you're gonna get what you get, and I'm gonna have amazing service for the 2.5. And he told me to cross it out and put a 3. He goes, "Because you're gonna work your ass off for this." And I was like, "Oh my God, I just got a $12 million listing and a raise." Right. And then I had 6 months for the contract. He told me to cross that out and put a 12 because these things take time. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." Anyway, and
Wow.
then I know, and the next one we did, Joanna, she's my sister slash
Mhm.
assistant. She goes, "Should we put a 3 on the contract?" I'm like, "Hell
Yes.
yeah!" And like we
Yeah.
got 3% across the board on all luxury properties. They never even cared about that. They just want someone that does a good job,
And
right?
12 months probably, and 12 months on
Yep,
every one.
yep,
Yeah,
everyone. So he
good.
started a thing, and yeah, we just did amazing
By the way,
video.
you sold the $12 million house,
We did not. Did it
but
sell? No,
this
it
guy
didn't.
taught you
Did it
this
give me
guy
13 more listings? Yes, it did. Right? I used it as leverage. I did everything that I said I was going to do. We have
that's right.
over 840,000 views on YouTube, right? And we marketed it all over Facebook and Instagram from the areas of where people are living. Like we did all the things, right? And the expansion decks were not complete. You can literally open the kitchen door and plummet to your death. So
Oh,
that's
yeah, it
why
was a hard it
I
had
didn't
no,
sell. But
yeah,
so it's tough, but
no.
it gave me that opportunity. The
What
video
a
was fire,
springboard.
and every time I had a listing appointment, I'm like, "This is what I do for my sellers. This is what it looks like. This is how I'm gonna tell the story of your home.
Ugh,
This is how many views I'm gonna get on your home." So I know my husband was like, "I can't believe it didn't sell," and it's just
I
like, I
can.
don't
If
even
it didn't
care. It
have
opened up
balconies,
a new
I don't
world.
care either. No. My whole thing is sell 3 to 5 houses off of every one of your listings. That's our entire coaching platform is built on that. That is exactly what springboarded you and launched you, frankly, with every bit of practice, the 800,000 views. You sold 13 more houses off of it, or listed 13 more because you had that one. Oh no, it's like the foundational whatever. I love all of this. Okay, so back to you don't belong to a country club. You don't play golf at all. You don't play tennis.
No,
You don't show up as someone else. And I want to point out, I keep writing the word authentic down, and no better example of you said, I just was me. I was stopped pretending and I just was me. I was being myself. And, there's so much to that. And I wish agents could dig deep inside and realize that they don't have to wait for this to magically happen. You teach that they need to make a decision. So could you elaborate on that? I'm 1,000% behind you on this too. I believe it's literally what you believe you can do, but how do you inspire someone to make that decision to go
right.
luxury?
So basically, I've been inspiring people just by talking about it, right? And I didn't even have any clue that there were that many realtors feeling the way I did, right? When you don't feel luxury, you know that there's going to be competition with other luxury realtors, all the things, right? But, if I can do it, right? And what I did was I built out this platform and I gave it to my agents that are all over the country. And I said, hey, I want you guys to try this, see if it works in your area, right? Because I didn't want people to say, oh, you're in Las Vegas. It's different there. It
Right, right,
started
right, right.
working everywhere there's luxury, everywhere there's luxury. And so, the thing is you just have to do it, and what we did with that black book strategy, like, it
Yes.
took less than 5 hours a week. Like, anybody can do that, right? And big or small, we sell them all. We still kept selling the small ones because they're going to fund the big ones, because the big ones take a minute to sell. Which was a huge shock for me. I was like, wait, nobody looked at it today. Is it on market? And I'm like looking at me,
Right,
I'm making sure we press submit.
right.
So just take a little bit longer. But yeah, and I just tell people, you just gotta order this, this, and this, get it all ready, make some videos, right? And make some videos talking directly to luxury home seller pain points. And, I coach with Krista Mayshore. She teaches me to, you know, you got to talk to the pain, right? Did I know that pain? No, I didn't. I had to ask ChatGPT because I've never worked with these kind of people, right? And so I asked them, I was like, what are their pain points? Because my sellers care about getting their home ready for a home inspection, dealing with the peeling fascia board or the electrical plate that's broken,
Mhm.
right? You talk to a $10 million home seller about that, they are going to laugh and unsubscribe or whatever they're
That's
going to do
right,
to
that's
you.
right.
So they want you to take care of all that. They have different pains, right? They like discretion. Who would have thought? They like privacy. They want proof of funds. They want
Right.
private viewings. They want agent led viewings so that you can help tell the story of the home to the buyers walking in the door. So they have different kind of needs and wants. So we do videos based on that, and then we retarget in front of all the luxury neighborhoods as an audience. So
And I think defining luxury, like, every market, luxury starts at a different price and goes up
100%.
from there. I will say this, what we say is, start at the top and come down. You don't have to go, "Oh, I'm gonna start with an 850." No. If you've got expired luxury at 3.5 million, that is on your list, right? Let's just start with all of it and cast a wider, bigger net. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose.
Right, we went
It's
all the way back
amazing.
2 years. So we went all the way back 2 years to
Yep,
see it
that too.
didn't go back to market. And, I did the same thing that Sherry's talking about. We pulled them everything over 1,000,000. Like, if your luxury, though, starts at 5,000,000, do everything over 5,000,000, right? Because people in California laugh at me. They say, "Wendy, $1,000,000 is a tear down." So, anyway,
Right,
start wherever
right,
you're
right.
starting. But then I sort from highest to lowest, and those are the ones I'm sending a book to. We started at $25 million properties with helicopter pads. I envision myself freaking flying a helicopter in my video.
I
Anyway,
love it. Well, and
but
and see,
why not?
I think what you've done is literally you talk about leverage, you talk about selling the same number of houses. Now you can coach people. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But you literally set this out to be a strategy that you then implemented. And right at the beginning you said it's all about implementation. And so people can follow your lead, they can do your programs, they can connect with you. I believe that there's so much opportunity, and people have this thought that they can't break into luxury if they aren't a luxury person. I think, you know, I'm somewhere in between. I golf, I play tennis, I run, but I don't like, I prefer I don't know. I just like to be around authentic people. So sometimes, as a single mom, divorced at my country club, I remember being like looked at weird, or people would be like, "You're not man." Like they just would say really weird things to me, and I'm like, "What's the problem? I belong here just like you do." You know what I mean? And so if you're not comfortable doing those things, you don't have to do them. I think that the biggest lesson here is you just have to visualize yourself winning and know that you're just as good as any other person. You have a better strategy. And in fact, if you follow Wendy's program, you can implement a program for luxury. It's really it's not hard. I think people get in their own way. I think you have a mindset shift you have to make to be able to do this, and you've done it, and I love it. And I know, on your board, like, to your left, I think you have this big, huge vision wall. Show everybody this. This is so
Don't
awesome.
look
It's
at the
like
mess. Don't look at the mess.
it's it's
But yeah,
so good, and there's a
we have a
vision
big
board. You've got the big ass calendar. I love the big ass calendar. I have one. I love that we have literally put all of the stuff on the wall. And, you're coaching technology coaching, you're coaching luxury marketing and becoming a luxury marketing specialist, and you're building and attracting agents to your organization. And so tell us what your day looks like. Like, what are you throwing yourself into now? You're out of production, right? Your team is still selling homes. Is that right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. So the team still
January 1st
runs,
year, that was the big
and that was
move.
a goal. That was your goal.
Well, that was a goal we had. So when I first came to EXP, we had a 10-year goal,
Okay.
right? And then after year 1, I was like, "I think we could do this in 5 years." Right? So, like Dean
Yep.
Graziosi, remember he told us, "Move your goals up and make them bigger," right? Otherwise, you won't change anything today of what you're
That's
gonna do
right.
if they're that far ahead and that low. So, anyway, so we moved ours up 5 years, and then after being here year 2, um, then I decided to tap into luxury, and I did that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I think we can get here even faster." So then year 3, we're like, okay, let's teach the team how to do luxury so I don't have to anymore. And
Yep.
so we did. And we started teaching realtors all over the country how to do the same thing. And now they're winning. And, so I am making a little bit of money on coaching, also rev share. And, I am referring business to my team. So I get splits. So I just love.
Right.
So my day looks like this in this little cube right here.
Yeah. In the
And
screen.
I'm literally just helping agents every day, all day long, and helping them reach their goals. So I love it.
And, you know, I know you just purchased I've seen your Jeep, by the way. I saw it in Scottsdale. It's awesome. I love the Jeep. Alright, so I haven't seen your Harley yet. What kind do you have? Which Harley do you have?
Softail.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
started
see.
out on a Sportster, but there's no cruise control on the Sportster, so
Yeah.
you know you need cruise control.
I grew up around Harleys. I grew up around Harleys. I have an appreciation big time for them. So you just, set a goal to purchase a motor home and I think a semi, which I think are the 2 coolest goals I've heard. I coach a lot of thousands and thousands of agents. Motorhome has been on the list. Semi, this is a first. So tell us about that and, um, what do you plan to do on it?
Yeah, so we did just buy a semi this year. Pretty
Love
freaking
it.
cool.
Yeah, a
Um,
semi.
and it has a little office inside it, right? So I could be zooming
Uh-huh.
while driving. Clint is my
Love it.
husband. He's a truck driver right now. I'm going to be hiring him as a truck driver next year to go full-time RV. So we did just the semi truck is in Kansas right now getting stretched so that my our Jeep can go on top, right? And then behind it is our new Brinkley fifth wheel that we just got. And then the motorcycles are gonna go in that. So
Oh,
we're getting
wow.
ready to put our house on the market November 1st. We are burning the boats and we are going across the country, meeting all our realtors, having classes for realtors, inspiring realtors to, hit that higher price point or just sell more houses or, tap into tech. So I'm just so excited.
I hope you're gonna put Cleveland, Ohio on your list. I'm gonna request it right now on the podcast because we have a huge contingency of folks here. Albie
Awesome. No, I would
Stasek,
love it.
Michael Henry. Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta
like,
tell
we
me
have a
when it's
huge
gonna be 70 degrees there, because that's our thing. We're gonna be chasing 70. Like, I live in Las Vegas. I am so over the
uh
120 degrees. I'm gonna be chasing 70.
I can't wait to see the calendar and the actual, like, the route that you're going to go on. This is so cool. So, wow, that's really amazing. So can you tell people right now listening to my show, our phenomenal listeners. Like, give them the best if they're new or if they're experienced or if they're a top agent, like, what are the top 3 pieces of advice you could give to anyone in those groups where they're brand new? Because I think the new people should be doing what the top agents are doing. I think the mid-tier seasoned agents should be doing what top producers do. I say this all the time. So, what are those 3 things? I mean, it could be from marketing to going after luxury or something else. What do you think those would be? What's your advice?
Well, so first I want to talk about brand new agents because I used to say brand new agents, you really need to know how to sell houses before you tap into luxury. I have an agent on my team named Nicole Merriman. She is amazing. Brand new agent closed her first sale, $2 million listing, and then
There you
a
go.
one and then a $1.73 million buyer 2 weeks later, and then I believe a 1.5 a couple weeks after that, just listed a 1.4 and got it into escrow in 8 days. So
Nice.
she proved me wrong. She proved me
Yep.
wrong. If you have really good materials and you're a really good negotiator and you have a really good coach, you're going to get there. The mindset is getting up and doing the things, right? So I always tell people write down 3 wins every night, write down 3 things you're grateful for every night, and then write 3 things down that you want to attract and be very specific about that. And I did that for years. I was in Tom Ferry coaching, and freaking Yvonne Arnold made me do that every night and screenshot it and send it to her and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I just believe like when you end your night like that, instead of scrolling on social media in your bed, right? This is powerful. You're going to sleep good. You're going to wake up ready to, crush your goals. So definitely do that. And
Mhm.
then don't be afraid of social media and don't be afraid of video. I feel like video is everything. So if you can get your clients to know, like, and trust you before you even call them, even better, right? Because when people see you all over the internet, they think you're pretty badass, right? Because
Right.
people see what they see, you know.
Correct.
When I started doing luxury, I didn't have any luxury listings, right? I went to Blue Heron. I did videos there. I went to, vacant properties that people would let me in to get, social media content. And basically, like, this is what $10 million gets you in Las Vegas, DM me for info. Like, that's free, right? And putting that on all your social media, that's free. Maybe highlighting businesses you know, um, that luxury home sellers use, because they have a lot of people coming into their home, helping them with catering and,
Yes.
doing their laundry. Like, how amazing is that? Or washing their vehicles, stuff like that. So highlight stuff like that. But if you just keep doing that over and over and over, like my friends were like, okay, obviously you're a luxury. So are we too ghetto for you now? That's what they said. And I'm like, no, big or small, we sell them all. So you want to keep reminding your sphere of that.
Oh,
But
yes.
people believe
Mhm.
that, if you just go and do it,
No.
people are going to
When
believe.
I did a business card and I had a picture of a huge house behind my my headshot. Actually, it was a full shot or three-quarter shot,
Uh-huh.
and it totally backfired because people were like, "Oh, we didn't call you because we thought you only did 500 and above or 600 above," and I it's, like, crushing to my soul, but thank God someone said something because then I did what you did was said, which is just remind everyone you sell everything. I love the 3 wins, the 3 things you're grateful for, and the 3 things you want to attract. And looking at that, if that's the last thing you do every single night. That's awesome. And check out you have a YouTube channel. I know I'm gonna link it to this podcast episode, but check out Wendy's all of our social media. I mean, I think you could learn something just going and watching and then doing what she does. And I think, when you are new or you're experienced or you're looking around and you're struggling, you say, what are the winners doing? What are the people doing that they're working smarter, not harder? They're leveraging skills that you already have. Like the thing about, uh, you know, success isn't measured so much as what you're doing compared to other people, but what you're capable of doing. And you just proved you were capable of listing a $12 million home and then selling 13 more million plus dollar properties, some 8 million, some 6 million. This just took a decision on your part, and I'm so grateful you did it. I'm so grateful that you are also willing to share it. And I think, the collaboration without competition that we're in is just unbelievable. You and I are in a, group together, inner circle group, and it's just been amazing to learn from you, to grow with you, to do this together. I do need your help. I don't remember if Linnea had was coaching you on social media. She told you, or was it the other way around? Who has helped you? Because whoever that is, I need. It's probably you. Did you help
So
her?
yeah, so the funny thing is that
Yeah.
yeah, when I was running my own brokerage,
Uh-huh.
I did this video about why you should list your home during the holidays, right? It
Okay.
was a very long video, and I walked back and forth in my living room, and, like, you can hear the paper that I was holding because I was reading it,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you can hear me, like, getting out of breath. That's how much walking it was, and I posted that, and she showed that to Krista Bayshore.
Got it. Okay.
And Krista's like, "Oh my god, she needs us." And so anyway, I joined Krista Bayshore's coaching,
I
right?
got you.
Learn how to
Okay.
do video better. And then I went to one of Krista's events, and that's where I met Jesse. And yeah, Linnea was literally like, she had captions on her screen of Instagram, and I'm a Facebook girl. Like, I don't know much about Instagram. And she showed me how to put captions on my video. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need her in my life.
Yes.
And so when Jesse talked to me, I was like, I went back and I said, Linnea, I'm coming to EXP. How do we do this? And so
It's
it was
so
funny.
good.
You never
But
know. You never know what
no,
it's
it well, and the thing is that you said it, like, video is free. Newsflash, everybody, you sound and look like you do on video like you do in real life. So, like, let's get over that and take a page out of Windy Goss, out of her playbook. It is amazing. You have just achieved so much in a short time. I also want to point out, I loved when you quoted Dean Grazioso, like, move your goals up to
make it
sooner and make them bigger. And that's such a great reminder because you can get more done in a short amount of time, especially when you put your mind to it and have that intentionality. It's been awesome having you on today. Thank you.
You're
I can't
welcome.
wait. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to have you on again. We'll do the next chapter after a few months. I can't wait to see you. I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks in Miami, and
Yes.
we're gonna rock that out and have fun, and just keep doing what you're doing. You know, mindset is the key to everybody's success. If you don't think you can, then you don't think you can. And I've never liked that phrase, but
You
the
don't
one
think you
about that,
can, you can't. Right.
yeah. And if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I've never liked that phrase in my entire life. The longer I'm in coaching, I see people actually say that, and it's frustrating, but we take people and we can transform their beliefs. You're doing that every day. Check out Wendy. Send referrals to her all over the country. She has agents in her organization that can help you regardless of, it's not just Vegas. She's going to be on the road next year. When does that start?
That starts January 1st. That's our goal date. And
Okay, so that's when you
yeah,
pull out of
we're
the
in
driveway.
23 states so far, and we also have an agent in Dubai, Brazil, and Mexico. So we're going
Awesome.
free.
Yes.
So fun.
And then what I wanted to tell you too is, so you're gonna pull out of the driveway, like, the goal is to start the trip on January 1?
Yep. We're
Oh
gonna
my
start on the West
god.
Coast. So, because it's gonna be cold, right?
Yeah,
January.
that's a
We're gonna
great
start on
plan.
the West Coast and then work our
Well,
way over. So,
I
yay.
love it, and then if you have to fly somewhere, you're just gonna fly out of wherever you are. I
Yep.
love it. Alright, well, I'm gonna have you speak at one of our events. You are amazing. Thank you. Please, please, please implement something. Go high level. Go into luxury, stop thinking about it, make a decision, give yourself a raise, okay? Raise your average sale price by 10xing it. Literally, you can 10x your average sale price. We see it all the time. It's possible, whether it's expireds, whether you just pick a neighborhood and do our micro farming. We've got it. If you're in Sherri Johnson Academy, you've got the tools to do this and implement it right away, and never look back, because I know Windy Goss has not looked back. She's looking forward. She's looking ahead. She's building something amazing. You're creating so much impact, and this legacy. I love it. So I want pictures. I can't wait to see you in your office on the semi and on on the truck. This is going to be amazing. So check out Wendy's site. Please connect with her. This has been an awesome podcast episode. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this one to publish. We'll be back next week with another fabulous person I'm going to interview. Wendy, thanks again. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks for being my
All
friend,
right.
and thanks for doing what you do. You're amazing.
You
See you
too.
soon.
Thank you
Say
so
hi to
much.
Clint for me too. I've met your husband. He's awesome. So say hello to him, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
All right. Sounds
Take care.
good.
All right,
Thank you.
everybody. So that is the Sherri Johnson Show episode. We are so excited you were here. Please leave a review. Please share this with someone who needs it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye bye.